couple weeks ago, I did a story about the Kootenai County Sheriff who was in plain clothes and ordered or allowed to take place the roughing up of Dr. Teresa Borenpol at a legislative town hall. Now I bring you a story of fascism on the rise in Idaho again, except this time in southern Idaho, this time a suburb of Boise called Meridian, Idaho. I went to elementary school in Nampa, Idaho, which is on the other side of Meridian, another kind of suburb of Boise. And this is Sarah Inama, who is a sixth grade teacher. She teaches world civilization. And she's being told, she's being pressured, forced, I think it's going to end up being, to remove posters from her class. And you will never believe the posters that they're forcing her to remove, because that's a personal opinion. You can't bring your personal opinion into the classroom. This is it, and this is it. In this room, everyone is welcome. Everyone is important. Everyone is accepted. Everyone is respected. Everyone is encouraged. Everyone is valued, and everyone is equal. They want this removed. Also this one. Everyone is welcome here. These are matters of your personal opinion. You can't hang this in a classroom in Idaho. And before I get to that, I'm going to throw up the contact for the school and for the administrators of the school. While I'm talking, we'll just put that on screen right now. I'm not saying for everybody to call. You can do what you want. But what I'm saying is if you have skin in the game here, if you have a child in this school district, if you're a resident and a taxpayer of Ada County, of the West Ada School District, of Idaho even, you've got skin in the game. Your money goes to fund this bigotry, this hatred, this nonsense, this fascism. So call. Whether that be the school, I've got some email addresses here, of course, or the administrator, Monty Hyde, principal of the sixth grade. Hyde.monty@westada.org is the email address. So what I'm going to do here is play a very brief clip from KTVB, which is the NBC affiliate in Boise, Idaho. And Brian Holmes, I don't know Brian, but Brian does spectacular work in the face of this kind of hatred and fear and otherizing. Brian Holmes is there on the job to interview this particular teacher to talk about what went down, but also really shine a light on the dangers that are taking place in Idaho at the behest of, with the encouragement of Donald Trump and this new era of hatred that has been ushered in. Watch this from Brian Holmes interviewing this teacher, Sarah Inama.
A West Ada school teacher is being told to remove 2 signs of inclusion from her middle school classroom because the school district says it violates policy. Sarah Inama has taught world civilization to 6th graders at Lewis and Clark Middle School for the past 4 years. And for the past 4 years, Sarah had these signs up in her classroom. One that said, "Everyone in this room is welcome, important, accepted, respected, encouraged, valued, and equal," written over the colors of the rainbow. And another that said, "Everyone is welcome here," showing hands of various skin tones, hearts in the palm, those kind of things. You know, pretty benign signs if you look at them. And before we go any further with this, the sign with the rainbow colors, not the same as an LGBTQ flag, although Sarah says she's very much an ally, she just doesn't advertise it in her classroom. So for 4 years, these signs have survived sans harassment. Nobody said a word about them. That is, until about a month ago.
My building administration came to me during my lunch period and told me that they needed to be taken down by the end of the day. They told me that they were in violation of district policy because in today's political environment, they're considered a personal opinion.
Did they say somebody complained about them?
No. I asked if anyone had complained about them, and they said no. We just want to protect you from that if that were to happen.
In this political environment, that is not acceptable.
Yeah, I was told a couple things. That everyone is welcome here is not something that everybody believes. So that's what makes it a personal opinion.
You were told this, that not everybody believes everyone is welcome.
Right.
Okay. And who told you this? Who was the one saying that not everyone believes this?
My building administration and district personnel.
Face to face, they told you this? Mm-hmm. What was your response to that?
Because I was told to take it down by the end of the day, I did so. And the following few days, I just was so unsettled by it. And so I went back into my classroom and put it back up. And I emailed my principal and said, I don't agree. I don't agree that this is a personal opinion. I feel like this is the basis of public education.
And what was the response to that?
They came to talk to me and again asked me to take it down. And I said, I'm not interested in taking it down.
That's when the district higher-ups got involved. In an email exchange with Chief Academic Officer Marcus Myers, he highlighted the section of district policy he says Sarah's signs violated, including the advancement of individual beliefs and district facilities should be content neutral. But more specifically, Myers pointed to Idaho Code, the Dignity and Non-Discrimination in Public Education Act, which says district employees and students shall respect the dignity of others and acknowledge the right of others to express differing opinions.
So the West Ada School District, ostensibly, Monty Hyde, the principal there, does not believe in this school that all children are welcome, important, accepted, respected, encouraged, valued, or equal. They want to provide anticipatory obedience to fascism. So, well, in this political climate, look, this is a personal opinion. What is it? School property should not be used by personnel for the advancement of individual beliefs. This would indicate that you disagree with the idea that all children in this classroom are welcome, that all the kids who are there are important, that every child there to learn is accepted and respected and encouraged and valued and equal. You would say they're not equal. That's an individual belief. It's a non-content neutral idea. That, wait a minute, these aren't all white hands. What do you mean everyone is equal? Only the light-skinned hands are equal, according to the Lewis Clark Middle School in West Ada in Idaho. You see, it's not just jackbooted thugs and armed agents of the states like that dipshit Bob Norris in Kootenai County in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This is also taking place in far more populous areas where you would expect a little bit more liberalism. And I don't mean liberalism as in Democrat. I mean liberalism as in kind of the Enlightenment, about being liberal. The classic definition of the word. This rubs me the wrong way for a number of different reasons. On its face, the self-evident reasons, but also because I'm a sixth-generation Idahoan. I live in Washington, D.C. now. But I was educated in Idaho. I was raised in Idaho schools. Went to school just down the 20 miles away from where this took place in Nampa. I went to Roosevelt Elementary School and Centennial Elementary School in those cities, in that town, with a little town then. I went to elementary school in New Meadows, Idaho, a little mountain town, tiny town. And then, of course, in Orfino, I've talked about that. This is unacceptable. I'm going to follow this story, and if there ends up being a GoFundMe, if she loses her job or something like that, people need to stand up and support this woman. Anyway, I invite your opinion. If you're from Idaho, I really want to know what you're doing about this, how you feel about it, and what you plan to do. There should be a rally outside the school. There should be a rally outside of West Ada headquarters, the school district there. The citizens of these communities should let this be known. Not on our watch. Fascism is something we will not abide. Racism is something we will not abide. Intolerance isn't going to happen on our watch. I would be there, but I am in, 2,300 miles away or whatever it is in Washington, D.C. Let me know what you think. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always daily at dollemore.com. If you want to help support this work, click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. You can help us with our production costs and support independent media, which is very important, I believe, right now more than ever because of things like this. You can also go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Follow me and tell me how wrong I am on social media. I am at Dollemore just about everywhere. And I will see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.